about to get underway in Madison. Fake me out. Quick ball fake, and it'll be Maryland first to bring it into the front court.
Brad, this Maryland team is so good at sharing the ball and executing its stuff on the offensive end. The Badgers just have to be solid and principled defensively. Nothing special, no gimmicks. Fill your gaps and take care of the basics.
Wisconsin's been so good on defense all year. They've worked the shot clock down to 4. Cowan's forced to take a 3. And the rebound will come off to Showalter.
Dodd backing way off of Happ. He's only made 2 shots outside of the paint in his career, so that's a good strategy. He's not going to look to shoot it from the foul line.
Wisconsin turns it over. Pass too low for Happ to handle. Cowan at the point. Melo Trimble, as Clark talked about, coming off a great game the other night. 32 points, a career high.
I like the fact, Brad, that he took 17 shots, made 12 of them, and didn't force any of them. And Justin Jackson from deep. He's been brilliant from the three-point line, on the road especially.
45% of the year, is 37th three-pointer. And the opening bucket for the Terrapins.
Wisconsin really wants to try to get that ball moved from side to side quickly. Good look for Hayes, but way off.
Air ball, but picked up by Vito Brown on the backside. He missed it.
One of the things that's really impressed me about this Maryland team, particularly when they go on the road, there's a calm and a poise and a toughness to these guys, and you consider they start 3 freshmen.
It's amazing.
It really is how they've grown to be so good all season. But you can do all the things you want to do in defense, rebounding, turnovers. You've got to make more than 38% of your field goal attempts if you're going to beat good teams.
They've actually won 3 games when they've only Brown, who sang the national anthem. You know, an 84% free throw shooter, got the second
year last year and has just struggled to be as consistent this season so far.
One of his best games was against Maryland last year, 21-7. Here's Herder, the freshman, in some traffic.
Excellent defense by Nigel Hayes, moving his feet.
Trimble, pull up 3. Clangs off the back of the iron, and Brown with the rebound. Here's Happ, trying to work it on the inside with a hook. Happ ties it at 3.
Boy, in that situation, you're almost better off attacking him and not letting him get his body on you, because he's hard to deal with once he feels you.
Herder lost it going up.
Versatility of Hayes, the ability to bring it up and get the offense started.
Happ thought about going to the same move, but has to give it up. Showalter triple. Yes. That's a good sign for Wisconsin.
It sure is, because they got it inside, took their time, and really attacked the double team nicely and got Showalter a good shot.
Showalter trying to stay with Trimble and picks up the foul. Trimble got them both.
Went uncalled. Bit of a break there for Maryland.
Hayes trying to move it inside. Stumbles a little bit, had to throw up a prayer. The rebound is Dodds.
Hayes thought he got fouled, but I think he just lost his balance, as you said.
Jalen Brantley in the lineup in the backcourt for Maryland. Now here's Herder for 3. Boy, he can shoot.
And he knows how to play too, Brad. That's the other thing. He feels the game.
Yeah, for a freshman, it's unbelievable.
It really is.
There's Trice for 2.
That guy feels the game too. As a matter of fact, Greg Gard told me that they like the way that Trice plays, the pace. He's always got his head up as a football quarterback.
Yeah.
So he's always looking at distributing the ball.
Greg told us if you can be a quarterback and run a huddle of 10, you can definitely run a huddle of 5 in hoops.
Well said.
Here's Hatt with a steal. And ahead to Trice on the break. Knocked off the board by Dodd.
Took care of business yesterday, and somebody graciously got me a box to take home on my flight home today.
We're in Lawrence, Kansas. You're eating donut holes that are the best ones you've ever had in your life. And now Greenbush sets you up for after the game. It's unbelievable. Hayes on the outside.
And I think we get our first sighting of Bronson Koenig.
He's in the lineup after the first time out. Again, 84 straight games before missing the game against Michigan. And on the court now.
Every shot attempt so far for the Terrapins has been a three, Brad. They're going to have to balance that diet a little bit going forward.
Little one-on-two ball underneath with Iverson. Missed both shots.
Second one was blocked.
Trimble, nice drive, swatted away by Koenig.
And what's at stake?
Charles Thomas checks in for Wisconsin for the first time. And
doing an awful lot right.
Best start in school history at 20-2, 22-4 coming into this one. Here's a wide open look for Thomas. And Trimble will bring it to the Terrapins. Go inside, but Thomas denying Tchaikovsky.
How about Hayes defending Trimble's size and speed?
Trimble tried to wrap around, and that's another turnover. And here comes Koenig on the run.
Koenig appears to be moving quite well.
Yep.
So far. Got a strained calf is the injury.
Suffered that in the Rutgers game at Madison Square. It's a long-time Badger, and he's put up really impressive numbers.
Hayes can give you an awful lot of winning. Just came in. He was huge in the game 2 weeks ago when the Badgers held off Indiana, gave them 6 points in limited playing time and good defense. Another turnover.
Bender comes in to take his spot. Koenig draws a double team. Brown trying to feed it inside. It comes free to Pritzel.
Oh, good hard double team there. Nice job by Hatt to dribble out of it.
Brown, open look. And Maryland pulls down the rebound. It's Jared Nickens.
Those are the kind of shots that Greg Gard would like to see his team make. Good offense and just didn't finish it.
Cowan on a runner. He kept it alive, though, after the miss, and Brantley with three.
Brad, they've really been pleased with what Brantley gives them. Toughness, defense, and timely shot making.
And that was a timely shot because they'd gone 3 minutes without a field goal. Trouble getting it in, but they got it to the right guy. Happ on a nice cut to the basket. Hello, Trimble on the bench right now for Maryland. Nice lead inside to Bender.
Anthony Cowan. We talked about him at the top, his ability to penetrate and make plays off the pass.
Happ trying to create inside. Will kick it to the baseline. And now the drive. In and
goes on the rest of the way as Pritzel rattles the and how they respond to exertion, and Pritzel missed a good opportunity there.
The other thing with Koenig, you know, he came out, we showed him warming up earlier this morning. Then he goes and sits for like 20 minutes right in the locker room, and the trainers have another look at him, comes out, warms up, and then goes back in, and then it's 10 or 15 minutes by the time you get through the national anthem and the starting lineups. That thing can get kind of tight on you.
Exactly.
Nigel Hayes trying to back in with that big shoulder. Came up short. Rebound off to Justin Jackson. Here's Cowan. He saw a little avenue, or thought he did.
And that's been a work in progress.
They had a couple weird losses, Penn State, Purdue, when they didn't finish. They had leads, and the other night they did finish on the road.
There you go.
Against a Northwestern team that's not easy to beat.
Sometimes it happens that way, partner. We've been around long enough to see it work both ways.
Trying to lob underneath, just rattles off the backboard, turnover, and Happ will come out of the pile.
Well, that was a case of anticipating a guy being open and not really looking at what the defense was giving you there.
This crowd would love to see Koenig just get one open look here. See if he can get a shot to drop Clark. I don't know if he wasn't playing as well as the coach thought he should be or what, but it's been quite a while since he's seen the floor.
Yeah, he averages about 32 minutes a game, and Mark Turgeon likes the quality of his team's depth, so he'll give Trimble some sit-down time at different junctures of the game.
Oh, nice pass to Happ from Koenig. Goes right back to him. He bumps shoulders with Dutton. He doesn't do well for that matter. Free throws. No problem on that. Free throw shooter. Got 1 of 2, so and a Wisconsin lead back to 2.
And you talk Melo Trimble right back out onto the court.
This will be part of his 32 minutes right here.
Exactly.
Looking for a screen. The hook pass. Whoa, beautiful. Got it to the big fella.
That was so good. That was almost as good as a donut.
And to you, that's big.
Because the way he had to get that ball to Checo.
Had to have eyes between a couple of bodies.
Exactly.
Half inside. Challenged by Checo. Again, got into some traffic shooting. Trimble to kick out to Cowan. Thought about a 3 and then walked with it. There.
Yeah, exactly. Good call.
Hayes draws a double. That leaves somebody open on the inside. That somebody is Iverson. Momentarily, anyway.
And that one there, although that was a little easier.
Easy for us to look twice.
Yeah.
There's Melo Trimble and what he does. Not too many guys can finish at the basket as well as he can.
Yeah, he put just the right English on that one, too, because he had to go high off the glass to avoid the shot blocker.
We've seen 2 guys this year that you and I have done games together. Frank Mason being another. Not afraid to get inside with the big fellas.
You're exactly right. Mason in the discussion for National Player of the Year with the kind of season he's had.
They had to pull one out yesterday over Baylor after being behind most of the game. Nigel Hayes was 6. And Wisconsin had gone over 4.5 minutes without a field goal before that shot dropped. Herder the lob. Whoa, one-handed. Tchaikovsky missed it. Everybody's scrambling for the loose ball. Wisconsin will keep it. Koenig is going to try an off-balance shot. Fans wanted a foul, didn't get it.
You won't get it as long as that defender is vertical and jumps the half.
That's where Trimble is right now today. Melo got the Trice and Koenig both in the backcourt right now. Actually a 3-guard offense with Pritzl out there for the Badgers. Happ trying to go to work. Nice move, left hand, didn't finish it. Tchaikovsky stayed with him.
Yes, he did, and bothered that shot. The length of Checo and perhaps Bender and Dodd could possibly be problematic for Happ as this game goes on.
Cowan missed a 3. Koenig has yet to shoot until now, and the 3 doesn't go. Happ keeps it alive. He's 2 out of 3. He's got it.
It's kind of where he has to get to. Trust it. Be confident in it. And then when you get results, that fuels your confidence as well.
Well said. Trimble trying to bounce pass on the inside. Happ rips it away. And now on the run. Tried to get it over to one of his teammates and gave it right back.
Yeah, he dribbled it one time too many.
Trimble pull up. Got it.
Basket by Melo Trimble.
So Maryland seesaws back in front at the 5.5-minute mark. Nigel Hayes, a pull-up jumper, rims out. Trimble on the move. Maryland will reset their offense with 10 on the shot clock. Trimble pull-up jumper. One was halfway down and came back out.
Nice looking touch. Good feet. Nice touch. Good strong body.
And with 9-0 advantage on their bench.
And that's one of the things Greg Gard is concerned about with his team. Production off the bench.
Here's a lob underneath. Tchaikovsky didn't get the memo.
He sure did, because it was there. He didn't jump.
You and I spent half of Super Bowl Sunday texting.
That ultimately led to the Patriots win. I tell you, for drama, intensity, competitive grit, we've got all.
I'm going to tell his Terrapins on this next time out, guys, let's not give them. But then picks. Yeah, you have to guard also. And so his defense has improved. His minutes have gone up. He's played a lot in his first half.
He sure has. After all of that, it's still 22 all.
At the 4-minute mark. Missed 12 of their last 15.
You're just missing them.
Cowan, Trimble, Herder, Jackson, Tchaikovsky on the floor for the Terrapins. Trimble, I thought he was going to try to go inside, but he kicked it back out to Cowan. He'll dish it, and Tchaikovsky's going to be fouled. Final few days of January, clanked that one off the front of the arc, so he missed them both, and Pritzl with a rebound. All right, let's see if Wisconsin can make a field goal. Haven't made one in 4 minutes. They still haven't made one. There's an open look for Herder. He's not going to miss many of those.
No, he sure won't. That young fella has a laser stroke. Kevin Herder will hurt you from behind that arc.
He might look like Opie Taylor, but he'll stick you right in the ribs with those shots of his.
And he's filling the lane on the left side.
Oh, what a move by Trimble. Crossover. As Clark said to me during the break, of 5 straight points is an explosion so far here for the Terrapins to take the lead.
Pritzl did so and cast in on the three-point play.
He was with the first team a lot in practice yesterday, and I can see why. He's lit the crowd up with a three-point play, the old-fashioned kind, and Wisconsin's back to within one. And a steal by Hat. Ahead, Pritzl can't track it down, though. Or did he?
He did, Brad. He got his...
The pride and joy of De Pere, Wisconsin. So Walter. Offense in the half. Maryland by 1. Herder got Pritzl in the air twice, but didn't take the shot. In close drive is way short. Half had an easy, not rebound, just picked it off in midair. And here he is offensively. Koenig still hasn't taken a shot. I don't think. Well, he has. Take that back. And Hatrock doing a little bit of all of that again today. Well, they lost the game, lost another one of their players.
Yeah, Aaron Harris went down with what has been called a severe knee sprain to this point. Well, another significant loss for Tom Izzo's team.
Trimble. Off balance around a screen and over Jordan Hill. Nails a three. Wow. See if Wisconsin's got an answer as we're under a minute. Koenig gave it up. Gets it back. Eight to shoot. Hayes. Airmail to Cowan. Maryland's got a chance to stretch their three-point lead before halftime. Trimble with a triple. Got it. How good has he been in the last 5 minutes.
Terrific. And again, hunting his shot, but not forcing it.
Trimble 6 points in the last 37 seconds, much less the last 5 minutes.
And Brad, sometimes in a tight game, it's those couple of possessions that can make the difference. And this is one of those segments for the Terrapins.
Wisconsin really needs an answer here in the final 10 seconds before halftime. Koenig maybe hunting his three.
Yep.
There it goes. Way short, though. Much. Pritzel around a screen. Did he get the shot off? It goes in. No basket.
Oh, the horn was very much premature. Enough time to catch it and shoot it.
Look at the top of your screen there.
Yep. More than enough time to catch it and shoot it. So the discussion is, did the shot clock expire?
There you go. You called it. I wasn't thinking about that point.
I didn't either until the last minute. I realized that, hey, we're looking at a potential shot clock violation, and that's exactly what happened.
And now
of them did play really well of the three, and typically all three have played well with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 games, he said.
Find out what's going to give now. Wisconsin's won 19 of the last 20 in this building. Maryland's only lost on the road once this year. The second half underway, and there's a good start. Happ's got 11.
And that's one way to improve your shooting percentage. Don't settle for perimeter shots. Be intent on trying to get something in the paint every trip.
They only made 2 field goals in the last 12 minutes of the first half, so to come out in the first 20 seconds and get that shot will help the cause a little.
Did have a +7, and they made 5 more threes.
Exactly.
That's a big difference. The efficiency ratio, not just the volume ratio, but the efficiency is big when you're in a tight ball game.
Justin Jackson got 1 of 2 from the line. Showalter in the lineup playing with 3 fouls.
So too is Vito Brown now.
Yep. Hap's going to draw some red jerseys, I can tell you that. But he got a bounce pass inside and a foul.
I think Purdue is the class of the Big Ten in terms of potential tournament longevity. I don't like to project how teams are going to do based on schedule, but it does appear as though Maryland's may be a little more favorable down the stretch. But I like the Boilermakers as the top team in the Big Ten at this point.
Got maybe the player of the year of the Big Ten, too, for Purdue. He's a hoss, man.
Yes, he is.
And finally tipped in. Nigel Hayes kept working it. Crowd trying to come into it now a little bit for the Badgers.
And on the next dead ball, Bronson Koenig will come into it.
Cowan, just try to stay with Cowan, the lightning quick freshman. And Koenig again playing on a bad wheel, a bad leg. And he comes up with a rebound on the miss by Jackson.
Yeah, they were trying to go at Vito Brown because he's got those 3 fouls.
There's an open look on the outside. And Cowan on the run. He's got Tchaikovsky in front, but an errant pass. So
sometimes, not all of the time. More times than not, the bounce pass is your most effective option.
There's a good drive by Showalter. That's his first basket since a 3-pointer way back early in the first half. And it gets the Badgers to within 1. On the shot clock. Cowan got into some traffic out to Trimble with 6 to shoot. Oh, what a no look. Are you kidding me?
No, because that's what he does. He is as good as it gets at the college level, perhaps the best in the pick and roll situation.
We were right behind that pass, and I thought it was going the other way. And, of course, so did the Badgers.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Koenig seems hesitant to shoot. He's 0 for 3 in the first half. Hap backing in. Kick out. Koenig's got to take one now. That'll get the crowd into it. Just like that, Our 7th tie of the game. Jackson misses, and it's Hayes with a rebound. Into the second half, even at 36. Koenig again. Got another one. Cole Center lights up on that one. Wisconsin's last lead was with 3 minutes and change remaining in the half. They're back in front by 2 in this half, and half
5 with 1 turnover.
Here's a runner by Trimble, and the rebound is Haps. Badgers' biggest lead was 12-8 in the first half. They hit a shot here, and they're going to match that. And 7.
There's been a pretty tight window. There's a bump. They're the most and are the poorest free throw shooters for Wisconsin, but you still don't want to give them a lot of volume at the free throw line.
Oh, nice drop step on the baseline. How did he get around me?
He felt him and used his body to.
And on a 7-0 run right now.
Now it's about shot selection, a quality shot.
Trimble draws a double team. Cowan's going to take a triple. Rebound comes off to Nigel Hayes.
Not a bad look that time.
Hayes in some traffic. Hack found the loose ball and the basket.
There you see what's happened so far. Happ has accounted for 7 of the 9 points with an assist and 2 field goals himself.
Nice backdoor cut by Trimble, and it's tipped in by Tchaikovsky.
That's an ATO after timeout. Called play, weak side misdirection, backdoor cut. Melo misses, but when you get penetration, offensive rebound lanes available, and the Terps on the board after going dry for the first few minutes of this half.
So that timeout paid off.
Yep.
Jackson knocked it away, still hustling for the ball, but Hayes will track it down in the backcourt.
Great job by Hayes to use his stronger body to keep Jackson away.
Koenig for 3. Rebound. Hack got that among 3. Koenig's going to try another. Got it. He's warming up.
Yes, he
the leg is loosening up. And so's a shooting stroke.
That's what you expect from a senior, though. Chance to stay on top of the league race.
And his team feeds off him so much. And missed him so much against Michigan. And now they've got him back. And here he comes with the ball. Going full speed. He's got an open look. Koenig in and out that time. And his counterpart Trimble heading the other way. Maryland's only 2 out of 10 for the half from the floor. That's usually a better percentage shot. Dodd missed the slam.
Everything but.
Ritzel back in the lineup. He was big in the first half for Wisconsin. Hayes trying to back in. The hook pass to Hack. Biggest lead of the ball game. Trimble trying to quiet the crowd. He'll go to the free throw.
Wisconsin has outscored the Terps. Is the guy with the ball.
Number 24.
Yep.
He started shooting and contributing. The whole team lifted up.
Tough matchup here for Justin Jackson.
Nigel Hayes going to take it right over the top. In and out. Jalen Brantley came in for him.
He's a good, solid defender, and also a capable three-point shooter.
Koenig looking for a pick.
Switched it up, so Vito Brown has a smaller guy, but they're away from him now.
9 on the shot clock. Hayes, nice spin in the lane, kind of. Free throw good for on the second one. 6-point advantage Wisconsin at the 11-minute mark. Wisconsin has missed 10 free throws. Trimble tried to get it to Tchaikovsky, and now the ball's all over the place. Comes free to Trimble for 3. Oh, big shot. Barely moved the net. 19 for Melo.
To act like he's the baddest guy in the gym.
Right.
To play with that kind of confidence and edge, and Trimble starting to embrace that.
Hat might have gotten away with a shove underneath, didn't get the basket anyway.
Nice job by Tchaikovsky after being out of position, recovering nicely to block that shot.
Brantley, the dish underneath. Good look to the big fella. Tchaikovsky's got 10. And we're back to a one-possession game.
Wisconsin has had success getting that ball into the paint with the occasional perimeter shot.
Happ's got to give it up. That's the midway point of the half. Hayes draws a double team. Showalter got an open look. Missed the 3. Scramble for the loose ball. Who's going?
Well, you look there at Herder. He's not had a look at. There he is getting a rebound, but he's not had a look at a shot here in this second half.
Got 2 threes in the first half. That's it. Trimble mid-range jump shot won't go. Battle for the loose ball won by the smallest guy on the floor, Trice. And at the free throw line, Showalter trying to pray that one in.
Or protect him from himself.
And put that clipboard up between the official and your head coach.
That's right.
So we'll mark that down. 9:31 is when Mark got teed up. So Wisconsin hits the free throws. They're up by 5, and they've got the ball. And fouls. And 10.
Tremendous volume at the stripe.
And the lead goes to 7 again. Cheap foul on Happ, trying to read. Herder sort of rushed one well off the mark.
Yeah, I think he predetermined that he was going to cast that one too. I mean, that's a called play, an opportunity for his shot. At that time, he wasn't in the best rhythm to take it.
Under 9 to go. Hayes has been solid all day for the throw line here today. Hayes to try to give Wisconsin its biggest lead. Got it. Trimble. He'll go to the strike.
With Happ off the floor for Wisconsin and a miss. A good rebound by Justin Jackson.
Boy, that is a big save of a possession after a missed free throw. They'll get another chance here. Trimble's going to let it fly. Got it.
So dangerous in that pick and roll because he's making that three-point shot now.
That's
he can toy. He can toy with guys now because if they go under, he's going to shoot the 3. If they try to corral him, he's going to draw defenders and make the right play.
Koenig trying to answer, hit the net, but nothing else. Hayes now bumming with Bender. Got it. That's why he's been so good so long here.
Yep.
Trimble pull up 16-footer. Wow. It's fun to watch guys that are that good.
Mano for mano. Hayes at one end, and there's a foul on Bender.
Where you could go golfing today and have no PGA golfer. Andy North, I spent about an hour with Andy yesterday. Didn't even talk about golf. There's Andy. He goes to almost every practice here at Wisconsin, much less the games. Had a great time with him yesterday. Melo now has scored 12 of the last 14 for Maryland.
Melo maestroing as only he can. Unbelievable finish there.
Koenig almost threw it away to Hayes. He's got an open look. He's going to take it and score it.
How about Hayes? Back and forth we go. These two all Big Ten performers carrying their respective squads. But I think it's going to come down to which complementary guys can step up and make a key shot or play to determine the outcome in this one.
Trimble's 1-1 here for Melo, and that one came out. And again, as Clark mentioned, not shooting free throws like he normally does, but he's still carrying the Terps on his shell right now.
Yep, keeping them within contact.
Terrapins only 50% from the free throw lines, not helping their cause here with 6.5 to go. 8 on the shot clock. Trice, he'll pull up and take it. Freshman rips one. Big shot. Only his second field goal, but it was timely. Trimble lost the dribble in traffic at the free throw line, obviously, and he missed another one. He's missed 3 of his last 4.
Won't see that often. But hey, even an 83% free throw shooter misses 17 out of 100.
Yep.
You just don't know when they're going to show up.
Trice, little heat check by Trice. That one didn't go though. Koenig with the long rebound. Fresh shot clock, Wisconsin. Koenig. Followed by Pritzel. Double-digit lead for the Badgers.
Now they've got to get back to trying to do it collectively with ball movement and player movement. Trimble should have it, but he should be looking to create for himself and others.
Right now he lobs for others, for Dodd, who had it ripped out of his hands by Hayes. Another Maryland turnover, and speaking of turnovers, Wisconsin hasn't had one this half.
And this guy has been terrific, Nigel Hayes. Particularly when you consider Happ has been sitting for a while. Hayes has had his way.
Dodd's got 4
thing.
fouls, remember. He fades away. Pritzel somehow got a rebound underneath. So that's a tip-in and a rebound by Pritzel in the last minute or so.
You and I talked about complimentary guys as you move towards the end of this ball game.
About a 25-footer here
back
last
in
year.
January of 16, yeah.
Justin Jackson.
Third at the offensive end, having to deal with Hayes, who's been absolute limit.
Get it back to Koenig. He gets it ahead easily to Hayes. No problem with the press.
And no rush for the Badgers.
They'd like to use some clock right here as we approach 4 minutes. Now 7 to shoot. Trice tried to get it over the big fella who rejected it. Shot clock just in time. Trice underneath.
Big bucket there because Maryland got the stop they wanted but couldn't finish it with the rebound.
Tchaikovsky going.
That notebook.
Going to be hobbled again. Give Jalen Brantley some credit for knocking down the free throws. Koenig calmly ahead to Pritzel.
Well, he's had a nice game, hasn't he, Pritzel? Done some good things out there in his roll off the bench.
Koenig bounce pass, stab underneath.
That's textbook execution, Brad. When a team presses you, you should be thinking, how can we get a layup? And that's exactly what the Badgers did there.
Great look by Koenig to Happ. Maryland has gone over 4 minutes without a field goal, and they need a bunch right now. And that's not it. Koenig with the block. Down at 2:40. Wisconsin trying to salt this one away, leading by 12.
And Mark Turgeon electing to go with this group. Melo Trimble on the bench. This group trying to create havoc and force turnovers defensively.
Happ had it rejected underneath. Pritzel at least had a look. And
to watch, you wonder if Mark Turgeon feels like this one might be a touch out of reach.
Yeah. That's got to be the only reason.
Yeah.
I mean, he's played his heart out. He's got 27 points. He's played a lot of minutes. I think they can feel the air coming out of it now at the 2-minute mark, down by 12.
And you never know, sometimes there are all kinds of teachable moments that coaches take advantage of or try to use to their benefit. Melo was going great, and it got to a point where he was the only one going.
And then when he missed a couple of free throws.
To this victory now.
That turnover by Wisconsin, their first of the half, not going to matter. Brilliant job of taking care of the ball in the second half. Much better shooting.
Shooting the last 6 games.
3 of the school record for triples. And when he started rolling, so did the Badgers.
Yep.
And they're about ready to roll to their 22nd win of the year and stay even with Purdue atop the Big Ten.
And Happ and Hayes did their usually solid jobs, and Pritzel came in and gave a nice lift.
We've had quite a few free throws, and that's
the line.
Yeah,
too.
we have.
Needs to go. And an impressive win for the Badgers.
Bender had it blocked from behind by Happ somehow. What a great feel for the game on both ends. Under a minute. Hayes inside with the left hand. Will go
hovering right there as well. Not.
So this will be the 20th win in the last 21 outings for Wisconsin on their home floor, and it will erase the buzzer-beating 3 of Melo Trimble a year ago when Maryland won here. Good to see Bronson Koenig back in. Nigel Hayes land an exclamation point. To be down at halftime by 6 and come back and win by what looks like 11. Pretty impressive. 71-60. Badgers go to 22-5, 11-3.